I'm going to demonstrate how to use forms in iCouch. So when you log into your iCouch account, click on the left side where it says Papers, and then you're going to want to go to the Form Template Manager on the right side. So form templates, you can think of those like blank forms that you're going to use again and again. So if you want to create a form in iCouch, you can click Add Form, and it creates a form builder. So for example, you can add a column, make it 2 columns, then you can add a text field, or perhaps a text area or checkboxes. And at any time you're doing this, you can always click the preview button to see what you're doing. So go back to View, let's call this Name, and let's call this Date. Actually, this is checkboxes. So let's call this Name, and let's call this Medicines. All right, and the first option here, we're going to say aspirin, and we're going to add another option called Tylenol. And let's go to Preview. There's our form. And on this form, we want to require an electronic signature. So we're going to click Require Signature. Go to File Information. You can title this form template. So let's call this Sample Medicine Form. And click Save. So now let's go back to Papers. Click New Paper. Use a form, and now let's select the form we just created, Sample Medicine Form. This looks like the one we created, so let's go ahead and click Use this form. Okay, so let's type in a name. Let's check aspirin and Tylenol. Now in the signature section, let's go ahead and sign this form. All right. And if you're happy with the signature, click Confirm Signature. Now, when you click Save and Lock, that's going to make it where you can't change it anymore. Because the idea behind a signed form is that you're signing it so you don't want to be changing it later. If you did not have a signature on this form, you could save it and update it however you wanted. Before we save it, let's go to File Information and let's create a title. So this title, we're going to call it Sample Form for Brian. And if we wanted to, we could associate it with a client. So let's go ahead and associate it with Susan Rivers, just as an example. All right, so now we click Save and Lock. It gives you a warning letting you know you can't change it after you save it. And we're done. Let's go back to the paper section. And we see Sample Form for Brian. Let's click it, and there's our form. All right, now if we were to go to People and click on Susan Rivers, go to Papers, and remember we associated this form with Susan Rivers, so there it is. All right, so that's a very quick and easy way to do things like patient notes, intake forms that you fill out, anything that you might want to create a form for. All right, so let's go back to the paper section. So now let me show you a really cool feature of iCouch that's going to make your life a lot easier. So we've created our own form inside the Form Template Manager. So we're going to go back there now. So these are 2 forms that I've already created, but iCouch also has a form library. And we're adding new forms every day, so you're going to find hopefully something useful there. So go ahead and click on iCouch Form Library, and now you can see quite a few forms that are available. If you want to filter them, you can filter by clinical notes, you could filter by scales and measures, and then miscellaneous, which includes things such as informed consent. So let's go ahead and go to Scales and Measure. And let's take this PHQ4 And look at that. So you can see this PHQ4 is here. Now we want to add this to our own forms so we can use it every day. So click Copy to My Templates. And it's going to copy this form into your own form library. So this way you can edit the form however you want. So if you want to add, for example, another text field, you can just drag that in and call this My New Text Field. Right? When you're done, click Save. Now let's go back to Papers, back to Form Template Manager, and now there's our new form, My PHQ4. So we click on it, we can see it, we can edit it, we can preview it, and we can also use it. So let's go ahead and go back to Papers, click on New Paper, Use a Form, and this is the form we want. Nope, you have to go here and select it. So we're going to use My PHQ4. This looks correct. Click Use this form, and now we can fill this out. Remember, if you go to File Information, you can change the title, and if you want, you can associate it with one of your clients. Pretty cool. So now, what happens if you want to share a paper or share a form with one of your clients? So iCouch makes that really easy. So right now, we have an image file here. It says hello, and we want to share that with one of our clients. So simply click the checkbox, go to Actions, Share, and you can select a client, and the clients that are listed here are clients that have created a free iCouch account. So when you invite a client, they'll have an opportunity to create a free account. If they haven't created that account yet, they won't show up in this list. And the reason is there needs to be somewhere to send this form so it can be safe and secure. So let's select this client, click Share Now, and now that client's going to get a notification that they have a new paper, and then they can go and look at it. However, most of the time you're going to want to share forms. You're going to want to have your clients fill forms out. So to do that, you're going to go to your Form Template Manager. You're going to select the form that you want them to fill out. So we've selected My PHQ4. Go to Actions, Share, select your client, click Share Now, and now they're going to get a chance to fill that form out inside of their own client account. And if there's an electronic signature required, they'll get a chance to sign it. So it's all really easy. It's very simple, and hopefully this will make your life much easier and get you on the road to being a fully paperless therapy practice. And that's it. iCouch makes creating forms, sharing documents, even sharing images, sound files, or movie files really simple. So if you need help, go ahead and click the question mark, and you can send us a message right away, and we'll be glad to help you out.